What happens when a man's talent grows, but his character doesn't? This isn't a story about engines or workshops. It's a story about pride, betrayal, and the heavy price of forgetting where you came from. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll know exactly why loyalty is worth more than any paycheck. In the quiet American town of Harmony Creek, there was one garage everyone trusted, Mason's Auto, and at the heart of that workshop was a young mechanic named Kyle Jenner, a boy who walked in at 18 with nothing and grew into one of the town's most respected technicians. He learned everything from David Mason, the shop owner. Not just how to fix cars, but how to treat people, how to stay humble, and how to respect the hands that once helped you rise. By 25, Kyle's name spread across counties. People waited hours, sometimes days, to get their cars repaired only by him. And slowly, the praise went to his head. One afternoon, a loyal customer, Mr. Peterson, walked in with his coughing old pickup. "Hey Kyle, can you take a quick look? I think the fuel pump's dying. If you confirm it, I'll gladly wait." But Kyle didn't even lift his head. He spoke arrogantly, like a man too important to be bothered. "Mr. Peterson, I'm busy. If you want my work, you wait at least an hour. Otherwise, go somewhere else." The insult cut deep. Mr. Peterson quietly got in his truck and drove 2 blocks away, to Sterling Automotive, the rival shop. And that was the moment everything started to unravel. The rival shop was owned by Victor Sterling, a businessman who cared more about profit than people. When he heard why Mr. Peterson left Mason's Auto, Victor didn't laugh. He calculated, and he saw an opportunity. 2 days later, he confronted Kyle during his break at a local diner. "Kyle, you're the best mechanic in this entire town. Tell me, Mason pays you what? $3,000 a month?" Kyle nodded. Victor leaned in, whispering like a serpent with a golden tongue. "I'll give you $5,000, full benefits, a clean bay, top-grade tools, and the respect you deserve. Come to Sterling Automotive. You've outgrown that dusty old garage." Kyle hesitated. The thought of earning more money, helping his family, living better, it swallowed his logic. Victor smiled and slid a business card across the table. "Loyalty is emotional, Kyle. Money is real. Call me." That same evening, Kyle walked into Mason's office, not with humility, but with demands. "Mr. Mason, I want a raise, a big one. I'm the reason this shop is full every day. Pay me what I'm worth." Mr. Mason set down his ledger and looked at him, not angry, but heartbroken. "Kyle, when you came to me, you didn't know a wrench from a spark plug. I trained you. I trusted you. I treated you like family. We just raised your pay 3 months ago. This isn't about fairness. This is about greed." Kyle felt insulted. "Then I'm leaving." Mr. Mason stood up, dignity steady as steel. "You are free to leave, but remember something. This shop isn't built on one mechanic. It's built on honesty. You're cutting the roots that made you grow." And Kyle walked out without looking back. At Sterling Automotive, the first month felt like paradise. Shiny floors, new equipment, and a fat paycheck. But month 2? The payment arrived late. Month 3? Even later. By the 15th day of the 4th month, Kyle snapped. "Victor, I need my paycheck. I have bills. You promised." Victor barely looked up. "You'll get it. Eventually. Cash flow is slow." Kyle exploded. Mason always paid on time, every single month for 7 years. Victor dropped his pen, frustration boiling over. "You want the truth, Kyle. I hired you expecting customers would follow you. They didn't. People don't come for talent. They come for trust. You cost me money. You're too expensive. This is your last month here." The words crushed Kyle like a falling engine block. He had traded loyalty for money and ended up with neither. For weeks, Kyle searched for work across town. No one hired him. Rumors spread fast in small places. Finally, with empty pockets and a shattered ego, he walked back into Mason's auto. "Mr. Mason," he whispered, voice breaking, "I made a terrible mistake. I was greedy. I betrayed your trust. Please, take me back. I'll work for minimum wage. I just need a second chance." Mr. Mason looked at him for a long moment. "Kyle, I can forgive a mistake. But what you did wasn't a mistake. It was betrayal." He continued softly, "You didn't just leave this shop. You abandoned every value I taught you. Skills can be learned. Character must be earned. And you lost yours. Then came the final blow. There is no place for you here anymore. I hope one day you rebuild not your career, but your integrity." Kyle walked out, tears carving lines down his dusty face, finally understanding. He hadn't lost a job. He had lost himself. Your greatest asset isn't your skill. It's your loyalty, integrity, and character. Sell those for a temporary gain, and you will eventually lose everything. If this story touched you, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs this lesson, and subscribe for more meaningful stories about life, choices, and character.